Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Anthony. On today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to draft this Basque waistline gather dress with a long sleeve. So the first thing we're going to do is to rule out our starting line, which I've done, and also you start taking out your horizontal measurement. So that is my bust point. The bust point I'm working with is 11 and the underbust I'm working with is 14. And the half length I'm going to be working with is going to be for 17 and a half. So I'm just ruling out my bust point, my underbust, and I'm going to be marking them out. That's the bust point and the underbust. So the next thing is to rule out my half length. So the half length I'm working with is 17.5. So whatever half length you're working with, please mark across and then you roll out. Once you're done, the next thing is to go in on our neck, go in by 3 and also take your shoulder measurement. So you go in by 3 and I went in by 3 and my shoulder measurement is 8 and I came down by 1 for my shoulder slope. I noticed that pin was really obstructing what I was doing. I needed to take it out. So the next thing, you connect your shoulder to your neck. You connect it like we always do, and then this is me placing my armhole depth. The armhole depth I'm working with is 7, I think 7 or 7.5, but this is just the basic things you need to know when you are doing your basic bodice pattern, and I'm sure you will know. So that is my chest line, and then the next thing we're going to be doing after this, marking out our chest line, which is also creating our armhole, is to start taking in our that. So that is my half length. On that part, I'm going to be placing my waist measurement. So before we start, I'm going to come down by 6 for the back waistline. You either come down by 6 or more than 6, or you come down by 5. It all depends on your preference. There's no standard measurement to the back waistline. So make sure you come down that either by 6 or 5, whatever works for you, please do so. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to take our bust gap. So the bust gap I'm working with is 4. So your bust gap is either 8 or 7.5, but always take your measurements and connect the lines together. So after connecting these lines together, on the other bust, you're going to be going in by 0.5 and you come out by 1. You go in by 0.5 on the underbust and come out by 1. And on the waistline, which is the half length, you go on both sides by 0.5, like our usual measurements, and then on the back slide you go up by 1 and connect all lines together. While you're connecting these lines together, on the bust points, ensure you come down by 1. You're going to be using your curve ruler to connect it to your bust point, but you're not just going to be connecting it straight together, straight to meet the bust point. You come down by 1 or 1.0.5, and then you use your curve ruler to connect the lines to meet the one you came down with. Either you're coming down by 1 on that point or 0.5. I hope this is understood. Thank you. So the next thing is to mark your bust measurement on the chest line, and the bust measurement I'm marking is 9 divided, that is 36 divided by 4. I have 9, and then take the mid part of the armhole line, and then you go in by 0.5 and connect these to meet the allowance you give for your armhole. So that is how to create your armhole. We've done this on our previous class, so I think this is very easy. So the next thing for us to do right now is to start taking all our measurements. So that's my chest line. Now what I have for the chest line, I'm going to put it on the bust point, and also for the underbust, whatever you have, you take your underbust circumference and mark divided by 4, and then you put in the dart allowance, and once you're done, you add your sewing allowance. You would also repeat this for the waistline, which is our half length, where the line is. You divide it by 4, whatever you have, your waist circumference, you divide by 4, and then you add your dart allowance, and then you put in your sewing allowance. Once you're done, you're going to connect all the lines together. If you understand, we have various dotted lines, but let's just connect the line for the allowance together first. And once you're done doing that, the next thing for you to do is to come down on the half length. Please come down on the half length by 1, because the back waistline is not starting from the allowance, it's starting from the original measurements that we have for our bodies. So I'm going to come down by 1. You can see I came down by 1 on that part, and then come down also by 1 on the allowance, and then go in by 1.5. So it's not difficult. You come down by 1 and go in by 1.5 and connect it together. So you can see what I've done. I came down by 1 and connect it together, and then I'm going to connect that line to meet that other line to create our backs effect. So at this point, we don't have the gather starting from the allowance. So this is me marking out the allowance so you would have a better understanding on what we are doing. So the next thing for us to do is to take our neck depth, and the neck depth I'm working with is 4, and connect it to meet the neck width, which is 3. And so you could do any kind of neck, either you want to do a queen and neckline or something else. So it all depends on your preference. And remember how we always tighten our neck. So you go in by 0.25 and tighten your neck so you won't have it bulging after sewing. So the next thing for us to do right now is to start cutting. So I want you to watch how I am going to be cutting this. So at this moment, if you're here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe, hit on the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. Thank you. So I'm done cutting, and the next thing for us to do is to cut at the darts. So I want you to pay attention on how I'm going to be cutting at the darts. I'm not cutting the darts to the shoulder, I'm just cutting at this part, and I'm going to be explaining it when we are working on the sewing video, why I had to cut it this way. So after this part, the next thing for me to do is to work on the back bodice. So this is my pattern paper for the back bodice, and it's just the usual normal back bodice. There's nothing special about this. You mark your bust point, your half length, and also you're going to use the same half length you had for the back. So you know our half length for the front and the back is different, but for this you're going to use the same half length, and the same 6 you came down from the half length, you're also going to repeat this, and then you mark all your lines together. Remember, from the half length we came down by 6 to create our backs line. We came down by 6, so you're going to come down by 6 after marking your back half length, and then you connect all the lines together like I'm doing so. So once you're done, you're going to mark your neck width and also your shoulder. You come down by 1, creating your shoulder slope just the way we did for the front and the back. What we did for the front and the back, your armhole depth, everything, you just going to do it. So for the back neck depth, I want it to be very deep, so I'm coming down by 4 and connecting it to meet the neck width, which is 3. So what I work here is 3 by 4. I'm connecting that to meet the neck width. And once you're done, just the way we created an armhole depth, all of those things, you're also going to repeat the same thing for the front. There's nothing special. You take your bust measurements and make sure you place it on the chest line. So this is me creating my armhole depth, and so it's not difficult. It's just the same thing we did for the back. We're also going to repeat it. Just the same thing we did for the front, we're also going to be repeating it for the back. And once you're done, you're going to take in your dart measurement. So remember, we're going by 4. Our bust gap is what we're going to be using, divided by 2. So what I'm working here is 4. Just the way we did for the front, please do the same thing for the back. And then you connect all lines together, and on that point you're going to come down by 1 and then 0.5 on both lines and connect each of these lines together. So this is just a basic way of taking a dart. It's not difficult. If you don't understand, please watch our previous tutorial. You're going to be seeing how we took our dart measurements. So let's start taking in all our horizontal measurements, and then that is your chest line. You place your bust measurement divided by 4 and you add your allowance, and also on the waistline you place your waist measurement divided by 4 and you add the dart allowance, and then you put in your allowance. Remember, I would repeat this again. The same thing we did for the front, you are also going to repeat it for the back. You see, I came down by 1 and went in by 1.5, and then I'm connecting these lines together. So that's what you're going to do. Remember, I mentioned previously that the gathers is not starting from the allowance, it's starting from the original measurement. So that is why I came down by 1 and went in by 1.5, and then I'm connecting the line to meet the back waistline. So that will be all for the measurement. And the next thing we're going to be doing is to work on the zipper area before cutting. See, I've indicated allowance, so I'm going to be working on the zipper area because our back is not entirely straight. But before we go there, let's work on the armhole. So the armhole, you are not going in by 0.5 because the front armhole and the back armhole is very different. Please don't go in by 0.5. So let's work on the zipper area. So on the waistline, you're going to go in by 0.5, and then you connect the line to meet the neckline like I've done so, and then you connect the other line to meet the down of the back. So that's going to give you because our back is not entirely straight, so that's just the basic way of doing it. Then you just mark out your allowance for your zip. You mark out your allowance for your zip and connect all the lines together. So your zipper allowance could be 1, 0.5, but no more than 2, because if you are working with a crepe fabric, please just use 1 so you won't have excess allowance. And so we have come to the end of today's tutorial. So this is just the drafting part of this style. So the next video you're going to be seeing on my channel is going to be the sewing tutorial. So if you are just visiting my channel for the very first time, please kindly subscribe, it on the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing video. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back to this channel. Thank you for trusting this brand, Gloria Anthony. I really do appreciate you guys. Please leave a comment for me, give me a thumbs up, tell me what you think on this drafting. Is there anything you want us to improve on our drafting? Please do let us know on the comment section. And also, do not keep this to yourself. Please share this video to your fellow soulmates, and do not forget to subscribe, it's on the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. So I'm going to be bringing, if you notice on this video I didn't cut the dart, this is because I want to keep it on the sewing video. So I would show you the best way to just stick your dart without cutting from the pattern paper. All right guys, that will be all. So we have the front and the back. Thank you so much, I really appreciate. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.